So he reached the final here 12 months ago. Can he go one step further tonight? It's with Helen.
Oh, it's a bit of deja vu here, James, isn't it? Can you believe it was 12 months ago we were stood in this very spot?
Yeah, it's gone by pretty quick. It's gone by pretty quick.
So what's different then in the 12 months? Are you a better player?
Yes. This year, obviously, I'm a better player because I've been practicing. Never practiced last year, but this year I've put in a lot of work for the last 2 months with a couple of my close friends and my father, and it's hopefully going to pay off. Who knows?
I spoke to you yesterday and I said, well, here we go again. And you said, yeah, but I've been a bit lucky. I've run into opponents who haven't been at the top of their game. I tell you what, there was nothing lucky about last night.
No, I mean, last night I did actually, turned up for the game. Tonight, obviously, I've got to do it again. If I don't, I'll lose.
What do you feel about playing Terry? Because last year you played Phil. Of course, a lot of people were thinking it was either going to be Phil Taylor or Raymond van Barneveld in the final, and you pair have made sure that we're not talking about them.
Oops, never mind. No, it's another player. See how it goes.
Terry has been knocking on the door for a little while, though, now,
Yes,
hasn't he? A lot of people have been saying that he is going to win one soon.
Yeah,
so
yeah, he's been very close quite a few times.
It's a world title.
Game of darts. Just enjoy it.
Easy as that, isn't it? Eric, what about his run through? A little bit easier than Jenkins?
Yeah, I suppose that the World Champions he played Dennis Priestley, he had a bit of a tough one against Dennis. Merv King really didn't turn up. But the way he played in the semi-final was fantastic. His finishing was brilliant. I mean, that's the best I've ever seen him play. And if he can bring that game to the final, he's going to take some stopping.
So often, though, don't we? We see a player do a performance like that and then not follow it up.
Well, yeah, same as Adey, wasn't it? Everybody was talking after Adey beat Barneveld, Adey was going to win the world, be the champion here. And it doesn't work that way, does it? The life's fun. You know what I mean? This game is all about on the night. You can play great one night, and then the next night you can just miss it by a little bit.
You both walked out in front of crowds like this. Rob, it sends shivers down the spine, doesn't it, when you look out there and see this great venue ahead of what could be a terrific final?
Yeah, I mean, what's going through their bodies now, the adrenaline, and even sitting up here, and me and Eric have done it a few times, and it is, you do get a little bit of shiver and excitement here, because I think we're in for something special and perhaps the start of the future, Dave.
I'm looking forward to it. I just hope they both play as well as they did last night, because the crowd are up for it. And the people at home will really enjoy it. They've both done tremendous to get this far. One word each. Who's going to win? Eric? I'm having Jenkins, 18-13.
I've got to take Jenkins and just snipping it.
They reckon Jenkins. Everybody ready to introduce the players, the walk-on girls in situ as well. Our MC is John McDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Winter Gardens Blackpool. For the main event, the Stan James World Matchplay. Brought to you by the PDC and live on Sky Sports. The best of 35 legs, the first to 18. It's now time to meet the finalists. Back in the final one more time from Aldershot, James Wayne. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Herefordshire, the Raging Bull, Terry Jenkins!
The stats say this will be very close. The tournament average, very, very similar. Number of 180s between them, very, very similar. Will it go the distance? Will it be a Blackpool classic? John Gwynn and Sid Waddell.
Well, the Geordie Lip and the Denton Dynamo agree it's going to be a belter. The form is excellent, the class undisputed. I don't agree with the boys in the studio. I think James Wade can pick where he left off last night and just snidge it, Johnny.
Yes, it's a difficult one to call, isn't it? I think that our experts in the studio probably are basing it on the higher scoring ability of this man, Terry Jenkins, who on Monday the 28th of May, 2 months ago, began a remarkable 8-week run. Of course, he was in the Premier League final as we watched James Wade here, but Terry Jenkins in the Premier League final 2 months ago. On Sunday, July the 8th, he was in the Desert Classic final. He lost both of those. Is it a case for him of third time lucky? And James Wade, a brilliant, brilliant performance from him last night, Sid. He needs to follow that up, as he said.
Underpinning that, just under that was stats. 6-12 darters, 6 180s, a 1-4-4, 1-3-2 and 2 106s. If Wade can come out trapping like that, he will establish another lead. Remember, John, a year ago, he opened up with 4-1 against Taylor at this stage in the final.
Yep, that's right. Couldn't maintain it, but certainly has proved this week that he's much more mature even than he was a year ago. So too is Adrian Lewis, and well, maybe it's time for the young'uns to take over. Who knows?
Well, Dave Clark's lovely phrase, maybe we're looking at the future. This kid's only 24. And what do the bookies say? John, you know it better than me. It looks fine, but it seems that Jenkins is the favourite of the bookies as well.
Yes, that's right. And the reason is, Sid, if you look at his performances during the week, against Tappen he averaged 95.2, against Bart 93, against Baxter 92, and against Taylor 95.5. There's a consistency there about Jenkins' game. Rather more mercurial is this fella.
And again, underpinning that consistency, two of those names John just mentioned were world champions, right? Took out Hart, took out Taylor, did Jenks. But also, you've got to remember, this lad took out Priestley, also a world champion. So, this is the future of tungsten flinging.
Well, double 18 for a superstar, a 14 darter, pinning the doubles last night like nobody's business. In fact, a 68% checkout record.
And in the middle of the game, it was just on 70, which is brilliant. He gets another visit though. Here now. He wants 2 18s to open his account. Bigger than big, Johnny.
Yep, that's right. First block to James Wade.